Okay, what's up, everyone? We're officially live. Swinging Bull here with PB Alerts, and welcome to another earnings stream. We got United Airlines reporting earnings. From what I'm seeing, they're supposed to report right at 4, so it should be out now. Look at them getting a move. I would expect if they get a positive move or a negative move, the other airlines will probably move in sympathy with them. So let's see. Okay, first it kind of wicked up to 105.50. Now it's getting a negative reaction. Let's give it a minute here. Go 1 minute chart. Okay, now it's coming right back up. Zoom out a little bit. Okay. Oh, lots of volatility with this one so far. Okay, now it's going back up. So first it wicked up 105.50, then came all the way down to 101.68 or so. Then came all the way back up. Now it's green in after hours. So quite the back and forth with United Airlines so far. Look at my other screen and see if we got the results. Okay. All right, I do got the results right here. So they beat EPS. The forecast on the EPS was 2.67. They just reported 2.78, so they beat that. They did miss revenue a little bit. The expected number for the revenue was 15.29 billion. They reported 15.22 billion. Wonder if they increased guidance for the rest of the year, maybe because the Halloween or the holiday season approaching. Usually travel stocks do pretty well in Q4. We look at a few other things real quick. So far, positive reaction. United Airlines closed the regular session at $104.18. They're sitting here in after hours, up 3.2%. So up like $3 and some change per share. We find out. So they beat EPS. They missed revenue. But I'm just wondering if they increased guidance a little bit because it's getting a positive reaction, and that's usually what does it. Okay, let's look at a few things here. All right. Guidance, EPS 3 to 350. Expects record high quarterly revenue for Q4. So it looks like they did increase guidance for Q4. Expecting record high quarterly revenue. Outlook. Plans to invest over $1 billion more in 2026. Economy and demand improving in Q4. So that seems to be what the case is here. They increased Q4 guidance. Anytime they increase guidance, you're going to get a positive reaction. But look at the price; it's right back down a little bit to 104.71. So sitting just above where it closed the regular session. You got a lot of back and forth with this stock so far. Overall, okay, we got a little bit of selling coming in right now. Let me find out when their earnings web call is and how to get there. And JB Hunt reports, let's see what time they report. 4:05 p.m. Eastern. So about 1 more minute for JB Hunt. Their forecast EPS $1.47. And their forecast revenue, $3.04 billion. Go back to the sticks real quick. Okay, United Airlines trading just below 105 right now. All right, let me go to the investor relations page and see when they're reporting or when they're going to have their earnings web call. Excuse me. Let's take a look. And post this link in the chat. So everyone has that link if they want to attend the earnings web call. There we go. I'll put it on the bottom of my screen. All right, looks like their earnings web call isn't until tomorrow. Got straight from the investor relations page. Q3 2025 earnings call. It's tomorrow, October 16th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So we won't even get the earnings web call until tomorrow morning. But that's okay. Let me scroll down a little bit here. I'm going to click on this. Okay, let me go to news releases. There we go. Just want to see if I can find some commentary from the CEO. Right here, this should be it. Okay, in the newsroom. Okay, here we go. Customer investments this year are on track to total over $1 billion. Yeah, Fonzie, that's kind of what I was seeing too. They said for Q4 this year, they're looking it's looking like they're going to have record-breaking revenue. So they gave out some good guidance. Was a nice positive reaction there for a second. Then it came all the way back to where it closed the regular session at. Still green in after hours by like 0.5%. Let me go back here. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Customer investments this year are on track to total over $1 billion, focused on improving the experience, product, and service, delivering more value for every customer on every flight. And United expects to invest over $1 billion more in 2026. Growing base of brand loyal customers boosted resilience through macro volatility during the first 3 quarters of the year and is poised to fuel a strong Q4 as the demand environment strengthens with an expected meaningful improvement in unit revenue year over year compared to Q3. Yeah, I did notice they did miss revenue just by a little bit though. They didn't miss by a lot. So they're the forecast for the revenue 15.27 billion, and I believe they reported 15.2 billion. They didn't miss by a lot, just by a little bit. Let me go back to the investor relations page here. Oh, let me put the candlesticks back up. There we go. JB Hunt getting a positive reaction. We're going to go over that in a second. That's up 10%. That's up $14 a share in after hours. They closed the regular session at $139 a share, trading at 153.35 in after hours. We're going to talk about that here in a second. I just want to finish with United. Let's see. And Fonzie on next. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, you know, they are going to have their earnings web call tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. So that they're not doing it tonight. You know, usually companies report around 4 p.m. Eastern. Then they'll do their earnings web call like 4:30 or 5. You know, that same night. For some reason, they're not doing it until tomorrow morning. So, you know, we're not going to hear from the upper management directly, you know, the CFO, the CEO, until tomorrow morning, and maybe they can give some more clarification on some things. But it looks like they did put out good Q4 guidance. All right. And specifically, the EPS, $2.90, compared to the guidance of 2.25 to 2.75. Total operating revenue grew 2.6% year over year to 15.2 billion. All right. Here's some commentary from the CEO. Let's look at this. Let me read a few other things, because I know there's a lot of investors in airlines. I mean, I'm personally trading airlines myself. I usually make real good money on when I trade airlines. So, and you know, in general, any, you know, travel sector, anything travel sector related, it's going to be similar as far as price action. So let's talk about a few things. These financial results show how the airline has thrived in an economically volatile year thanks to brand loyal customers who choose to fly United because of the value in the United experience. So there's a reason why they're trading up here in the hundreds. You know, some of the other airlines aren't trading near this amount. But United continued to benefit from diverse revenue sources during the quarter. In the third quarter, premium cabin revenue rose 6% year over year, so showing some growth there. Revenue from basic economy rose 9% year over year. Revenue from basic economy rose 4% year over year. Cargo revenue rose 3%. It's the loyalty revenue rose 9% year over year. So they got growth across the board from their different revenue streams. You got the basic economy, the cabin revenue, loyalty revenue, cargo revenue. It's all income streams for this company. This great momentum has continued so far in the fourth quarter, and we expect the fourth quarter of 2025 to have the highest total operating revenue for a single quarter in company history. Wow. That's a pretty amazing statement there. Yeah, Fonzie, I was looking at that too. Their call's not till 10:30 tomorrow morning, so I don't know why they're waiting to overnight. Usually they do the calls like an hour after the data drops, but for some reason, it's not till tomorrow morning. So unfortunately, you know, outside of the commentary on their investor relations page, we're not really going to hear directly from the upper management until tomorrow morning. So I'm curious to see what kind of price action it does leading up to that earnings web call, which would be, of course, the remainder of post-market action. And then we get the pre-market action. And then 1 hour after the opening bell is when their earnings web call is. And I did put the link to get you to the earnings web call. I put that on the bottom of my screen. If anyone wants to screenshot that, let me throw it in Discord as well. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. Can't forget about my Discord peeps. All right, let me pop this link in there for them. If anyone wants to bookmark this, that'll get you to the earnings web call. All right, some commentary. Pretty big statements about they're expecting in Q4 to have the highest total operating revenue for a single quarter in company history. That's great for them. Okay, so this is from the CEO, Scott Kirby. We've invested in customers at every price point. Seatback screens, an industry-leading mobile app, extra leg room, a lie-flat United Polaris seat, and fast, free, reliable Starlink on every plane by 2027. I didn't know they were doing that. That's awesome. So they're going to have free Starlink internet on every plane by 2027. And Scott Kirby, the CEO, also says, our customers value the United experience, making them increasingly loyal to United. Those investments over almost a decade, combined with great service from our people, have allowed United to win and retain brand loyal customers, leading to economic resilience. No kidding. I mean, they're expected to have the highest total operating revenue single quarter in company history in Q4 of this year. No kidding, they're resilient. Definitely shows a lot of resilience here. Even with the macroeconomic volatility through the first 3 quarters of the year and significant upside as the economy and demand are improving in the fourth quarter. So it's trading just above 105 a share. So it is technically green and after hours. Just a couple other things about United. United continues to make significant investments in winning brand loyal customers, including more than $1 billion planned on enhancements, including the Starlink installations. We were just talking about that. Seatback screens and 25% more on food. Over half of the United narrow-body fleet now has its signature interior and seat back screens, leading to a 15-point increase in customer satisfaction. With the in-flight entertainment system since third quarter of 2022, United plans to invest an additional $1 billion in the customer experience next year. It's a big investment, $1 billion for customer experience. United's reliable operation is also benefiting customers and building brand loyalty. United had its highest third quarter completion factor, carried more than 48 million customers, the most ever during a quarter, and flew its largest daily mainline schedule with 2,940 daily flights, carrying more than 427,000 passengers per day. 6 of United's 7 hubs ranked first or second for on-time departures. Flyers love that. Reliability continues to be a focus. Customers who arrive on time are more than 3 times as likely to recommend United as compared to customers whose flights are delayed. Interesting fact there. Just a couple other things here, and we'll switch over to JB Hunt. United's network strength is another reason it is winning customer preference. Last week, it announced summer 2026 flights to Split, Croatia, Glasgow, Scotland, San Diego de Compostela, Spain, and Bari, Italy, while also bringing back all 6 new Atlantic destinations from its summer 2025 international expansion. United is the largest carrier across the Atlantic, with service to 46 cities planned for 2026. One final statement here. Customers are increasingly choosing an airline that can deliver value for them across the full travel experience, from basic economy to United Polaris, Kirby said. We are well positioned to be the airline those brand loyal customers choose to fly them across the U.S. and around the world. And then you got a little more of a deeper dive into the financials that they just announced. Again, the link on the bottom of my screen will take you right to where I'm at, basically. Couple key highlights. I feel like we went over most of this already. Having invested $85 million in the food and beverage program, with another $45 million allotted next year. Received FAA certification on the airline's first mainline Starlink equipped aircraft. So they got a ton of info in here that you can see. Kind of selling off a little bit right now. So again, more indecision. Initial reaction was negative, which I think was just kind of pre-earnings, little volatility there. Then a nice positive reaction. Then it came all the way back down to baseline. Then it started trending up, and now it's down again. So this thing's all over the place. Not really a clear direction going on here. I almost wonder if them not doing the earnings web call until tomorrow morning has something to do with that, because there's just some indecision going on. Q4 guidance looks great. Again, they're expecting to have their highest operating revenue single quarter in company history. Is supposed to be this year, Q4. You can read about the awards, and they talk about the earnings web call, which again is tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Just a little bit about the outlook. Actually, no, we'll skip that for a second. Yeah, so that kind of sums up United Airlines. A little indecision going on right now, so unfortunately we might have to wait until tomorrow morning for their earnings web call to get a little bit of a deeper dive into the data when the upper management starts answering questions and stuff like that. All right, let me do one more thing here, and then we're going to go over to JB Hunt. They're up 12.3% in after hours right now. I'm going to put the let me see here. I'm going to put this EPS and revenue on the bottom of my screen. Hopefully I can fit it all on one thing here. Move this over. Okay, give me a second. Now they made $900 million in positive net income. It's pretty good. Okay, but they did miss revenue forecast by just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Okay, let me post that. There we go. And make sure I didn't miss any comments here. All right. All right. Already read Fonzie's comment about the earnings web calls. We're good there. Anon says spread the news. Volstag, what's going on? JBHT up 13%. Yeah. There's a lot of, I'm personally invested in airline stock and travel stock. So I was more interested in United Airlines than JB Hunt, but we're going to talk about JB Hunt here now. And yeah, Fonzie, I agree. There'd probably be another move when they do the earnings web call. So we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. All they needed to do was mention AI and they probably would have rallied a little bit. All right, let's go to JB Hunt. Let's see what's up with them because they got a nice, sweet, positive reaction up over $15 a share right now. Let's take a little look-see. Let me refresh my screen. Just a little after 4:20 p.m. All right, JB Hunt, earnings beat. They reported EPS of $1.76. It was well above the forecast of $1.46. And they reported revenue of $3.05 billion, which is above the $3.02 billion projection. So double beat by JB Hunt, their transport services company. And just, let me go to two-chart view here. JBHT. All right. So JB Hunt, yeah, they're in freight and logistics services. Okay, located in the U.S. Mainly in surface transportation. Just a little bit about JB Hunt. And got a nice little graphic here from the earnings correspondent. I'm going to put United Airlines on the left here. I know I'm on Webull right now. I'll go back to TradingView in a second. All right. All right, JB Hunt. Let's take a look at this. We just went over the EPS. Kind of getting a little bit of conflicting numbers with the EPS here. But nonetheless, double beat. Solid beat on EPS and a slight beat on revenue. EPS up 18% year over year and 34% quarter over quarter. Revenue was up 4% quarter over quarter, but was down year over year. But nice solid double beat by JBHT, which is JB Hunt Transport Services. Go back to TradingView. I'm just going to pull up a bigger time frame chart real quick. JB Hunt's in the post market trading just below 155. Probably going to call resistance level number one at 158. That's where it rejected from back in July or 3 months ago. So if it can, I mean, it's already nice and green. It's trading at 154.30 in after hours, but nice clean break of 158. I could see this thing back in the 170s possibly. You can see here the volume profile. This is price action, of just about 1 year worth of price action here. You see this big volume gap right here in the volume profile. So the post-market price is inside that volume gap right now. Again, I think a nice clean break of 158. Probably be like a little magnet up to the 170s. Not much volume up there for resistance, if you will. So it's just some levels on the bigger time frame that obviously hold more weight than the smaller time frames. So resistance level number one, 158. Resistance level number two, probably put that maybe 165. And then after that, probably be pretty easy into the 170s there. But JB Hunt, nice positive reaction. Let me go back to 15-minute chart. Zoom back in a little bit here. Go 5-minute chart. Let's see how much it's kind of pulled back. Okay, I'm just going to go from where it closed the regular session at. So you can kind of see here, 25% retrace, right around 154 a share. Trading just above that right now. So support level number 1 on the smaller time frames for post-market action. It's going to be 154 for me. And then probably 148. That's 58. That's the 50% retrace, and then the golden ratio at 146.50. So some pretty easy levels to keep in mind there. But again, on the upside, resistance levels 158 and then around 165. Yeah, I mean, it depends what type. Bull Stag had a question on YouTube. Is it safe to say only weekly and daily matters in stock analysis? I mean, as far as like swing trades go and maybe longer holds, yeah, I would definitely be looking at the daily and the weekly. Smaller time frames not really hold too much weight. If you're day trading, then of course, we move to the smaller time frames a little bit. I still like to plot out the bigger time frames even when I'm day trading, because those levels on the bigger time frames, they definitely come into play on the smaller time frames when the stock price gets close to those levels. But yeah, I mean, I usually only look at bigger time frames. Most of my trades in the Discord are swing trades. So I'm always looking at the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, and spotting obvious levels of support and resistance. You can put some good weight on those levels. So that's my opinion on the matter. 1 minute chart. Okay, so it's trading just above. It's trading right around that support, the 25% retrace, right around 154 a share. Rudel on YouTube. Any thoughts on gold prices? Is it still a good buy? I mean, gold's been just going to the moon, hasn't it? If it's going to be a long-term hold, just my opinion, but if it's going to be a long-term hold, it's always a good time, especially if you're going to DCA in over time. But, looking at, I mean, let's just look at I'll just go to the Google chart here just for the gold futures. This is the 1 year chart. You can see it's way up here. I mean, this is like all-time highs, isn't it? Yeah. So, you just got to strategic. If you want a percentage of your portfolio to be in gold, maybe like a smaller percentage, just kind of so you're kind of diversified. But my opinion is kind of dollar cost average over time. You'll be fine if you do it over time, but be careful entering with most of your allocation while it's at all-time highs, because it'll pull back eventually. But it's been on a hell of a run. But yeah, I mean, gold is a good way to diversify your portfolio. So if you have a small percentage of your portfolio you want to allocate to basically basic materials, right? Gold and stuff like that, metals and mining stuff. Like I say, it's best to just kind of slowly trickle in over time, as opposed to like putting one big buy in right now while it's at all-time highs. So just kind of my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing to have in your portfolio to stay diversified, I think. Okay, JB Hunt still trading above 154, so that S1's holding up so far. And again, S2 probably right around 149 a share would be my S2 on that. Okay, so we got the earnings reactions on both stocks. Again, just to recap, United Airlines not doing the earnings web call till tomorrow morning, so we got to wait on that. Let's find out when JB Hunt earnings web call is and how to get there. I'll share that with everybody before I sign off. All right, let me look at this here. There's really not much going on with United Airlines right now. The data's out. Investors are still kind of undecided what's going on here, or as far as what they're going to do. So this is probably all going to come down to the earnings web call tomorrow morning. But here's JB Hunt. Let me find out when their earnings web call is and how to get there. Just scroll down. Okay, here's the news that dropped. Here, I'll put this link on the bottom of my screen. Yeah, Volseg, I agree. Gold, better having it physical than trading it. Yeah, there's, I actually know a lot of people that collect silver and gold, like the physical stuff. But I think you're pretty safe trading it on the open markets as well. But anyways, this is, let me post this in the comments. All right, give me one sec here. Let me post it again. There we go. All right, there's the link to the earnings web. That'll get you to the earnings web call for JB Hunt and to the press release. That'll give you a little bit of deeper dive into their actual earnings data. So let's, here's the press release right here for Q3 2025. You can probably download this PDF. And then here's the link for the webcast. So let's see what time that's going down. Okay, 5 p.m. Eastern. So they're doing their earnings web call in about 30 minutes. Okay. All right, cool. So we got the reactions for both companies. Nice and beautiful positive reaction by JB Hunt. United Airlines just got some indecision going on. And again, we got to wait till tomorrow for their earnings web call. But overall, from a bird's eye view, United Airlines earnings data looks good. They're projecting a record-breaking Q4 in operating revenue, and looks like they increased the guidance for the Q4 as well. So I like the data. We just haven't gotten the move yet. Let me log into my Fidelity account and see what's going on with my open positions. I like sharing those with everybody. I was seeing a bit of drawdown earlier in the week, but the drawdown's kind of gone away. So let me move this over. I'll give everyone an update on those open positions that I had that I was showing everybody. Here, let me zoom in on this. Okay, everyone should be able to see that now. So let me zoom out. Okay, so I'm running the wheel strategy on 4 different stocks right now. You can see my 2 trades on Bull. Sold $11.50 cash secured put, sold 2 of them. Then I also sold a $12 cash secured put on Bull. I'm bullish on Bull, no pun intended. I love the company. There's a ton of people that use their services and their charting software, and tons of people that have them as a broker. I don't think they're going anywhere. I think they're around to stay, and I think there's a lot of upside with Bull, ticker symbol BULL. So I've been running the wheel strategy on it, and I've already brought in quite a bit of income on it. I haven't even been assigned not one single share yet. I'm on my 4th round of writing contracts on it. I've already brought in several $100s. These are the 2 trades I have open right now, and which consist of a little over $110 in credit I received. You can see they expire on Friday, so just got 2 more days really, and that I should be able to bag that up, and that should be nice profit. And I know Bull is below my $12 strike last time I checked. Yeah, but that's okay. If I get assigned on that $12 cash secured put, I'll just start selling covered calls on it. I'm not even worried about it at all. They've been downtrending a little bit recently, but I do think there's some pretty good support on Bull around $11. That's basically the level that bounced at on Monday, and the level that bounced yesterday, and price is above there now. So I'll be watching the $11 level on bull. Okay. I also have a bullish credit spread. I opened on bull, and my short strike was the $11 strike, and then I bought the $10 strike to form a $1 wide spread. Opened like 5 of them. I was paying like 20 or 30% return on capital. So that's another trade I have on my Schwab account. I like to do my spreads on a different broker. But yeah, so these 2 trades on bull, I'll probably, we'll see where bull closes at by Friday. Maybe it can get back above 12, and both these trades will be nice and profitable. Not really worried about the 1150 strike trade. Just trading a little bit above there right now, but we'll see what happens by Friday. Also running a wheel on Ford. I've been wheeling Ford for years now, and if you can do it consistently all year, you can get almost a 30% return on your capital at the end of the year. I can usually bring in around 2% to 3% a month on my money when I wheel Ford, and that it's not exciting. Like it's not really a volatile stock. It's kind of slow stock. It's kind of boring. But when we write contracts and target weekly and monthly income, I like boring. I like when my trades are boring. It's just easy money that comes in every month. I'm only doing 2 lot size trade on this one right now, but I targeted the 1150 strike. And where was Ford at when it closed today? Yeah, it's about 25 cents above my short strike. So it closed the regular session at 11.76. I'm pretty certain this is going to expire worthless, and that'll be some more income for me. And then I am willing JetBlue. JetBlue's had a pretty great couple of days since Monday. Of course, Friday was a red day, as it was with most stocks. But green day on Monday actually printed a bullish inside bar. And then, boom, look at yesterday's candle. Just amazing. Up 50 cents a share yesterday's candle. And now it's just kind of been trading sideways at the top here. Here's the 15-minute chart. You can see it a little better there. So I'm feel really, really good that these $4.50 cash secured puts, they expire Friday. Those are probably going to expire worthless, and I'll collect 100% of my profit then. And I'm also running a wheel on UMAC. That's the drone company. Really like the company and what they're doing. That's sitting right around break even right now. But just want UMAC above 13 by Friday, which is only in 2 days. And where were they at when they closed the regular session? Yeah, they're up here at 14.55. So, I got a $1.55 cushion from where UMAC's trading at right now to where my short strike is. So not even sweating that trade at all. This is a few $100s worth of credit that, I'll probably be profiting and pocketing that money on Friday, and then we just do it all over again. Friday's like our paydays over here in the Discord. The people that are part of my coaching group. How many people I got in my coaching group right now? Oh wow, I just hit 100 people to the dot, on the dot. I officially have 100 people in my coaching group now. You can see the link on the bottom of my screen. Actually, the scrolling bar on the bottom of my screen. That's the link that'll get you to my coaching group. But yeah, I have 100 people in my coaching group now. Everyone's been making great money all year with me. I alert my trades in real time. Everyone knows when I'm getting in my trades. Everyone knows if I have to manage my trades. Let them know what I'm doing. Not financial advice. Of course, it's for education and entertainment purposes. But we have a lot of fun, and it's a lot less stressful than the rat race of trying to day trade every day. And don't get it twisted. I still like to have fun day trading. I had an awesome scalping session with the lifetime members at 1 p.m. Eastern today. You all saw that flush down. It was basically the second leg down from today. The SPY had a decent open, but then sold off. That was the first leg down. And you see right here, right when I started the stream at 1 o'clock and hit record, boom, we caught these 3 candles right here. I ended up scalping it twice. I double dipped my hand in the cookie jar and it worked out. Oh, Tammy on YouTube, giving me some kudos. I appreciate you. Tell Terry I said hello. It's my boy. Tammy says, Bull is a great coach. We make money every week. Easy money with no stress. That's exactly right. Thanks for the kind words, Tammy. I appreciate you. Tammy's actually one of our lifetime members. She's an OG. And she does fantastic with her trades. Very happy for her. So anyways, yeah, most of my trades are sell to open. So I write a lot of contracts, but don't get it twisted. I still have fun, and I like doing little scalping sessions every now and then, and we make decent money when we do that too. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a little after 4:40. I don't really have much else for today. Again, United Airlines earnings web call isn't till tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. We just got to unfortunately wait on that. I am currently actively trading airline stock, so I'm very interested to see if they get a secondary move when they do their earnings web call tomorrow morning. Yeah, my name's The Swinging Bull with PB Alerts. If you're interested in joining my coaching program, again, I just hit 100 students on the dot. So there's 100 people in my group, all having fun, all making money. But if you're interested in joining, check the links in the description. And if you send me a private message or a direct message, either through my X account, you can follow me on X, send me a message there, or send me a message in the Discord. You can join the Discord for free. And if you send me a message there, just DM me. I'll send you a 20% off code to my coaching group. That'll save some good money there. It's only like 30 or 40 bucks a month. I'll make that back for you on the first trade. But yeah, other than that, my name's The Swinging Bull with PB Alerts. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. I will be back tomorrow for the final earnings stream of the week. And that's going to be Interactive Broker is reporting tomorrow. And CSX is reporting tomorrow. So that should be a fun one as well. But other than that, I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their night. And until next time, I'll see everyone in the very next stream. Cheers.